Reunited with its young after returning from a fishing expedition, a female emperor penguin broods protectively over its chick as the last golden light of the day fades into the freezing polar night at Gould Bay, Antarctica. This print has scored 87, a silver with distinction, but a challenge is available to Andrew Campbell, who has scored it a 93. Andrew's going to take up the option of challenging.
Thanks, Bill. This print is beautiful. The range of tones is handled exquisitely. The transition from warmth to cold has been done with absolute mastery, in my opinion. It's flawless from that point of view. We talked about detail in snow. I mean, wow. But, sorry, Becky, can I just see the picture? Hard to make a talk one here there. But then the emotion, it's like there's the parent penguin going, "Are you all right, dear?" "Yes, Mum, I'm settling in for the night." And the little penguin's going, "Yeah, okay, I'll be all right." You know, you can just read so much humanity into those animals. This is a beautiful piece of work. Congratulations to the entrant.
Several very good points to pick up on there. Thank you, Andrew. All the scores were well in the 80s. You're working with an 83, an 83, an 88, and an 87. So it's already solidly a silver with distinction. Vicky, you were on an 83. Would you like to speak about this?
I think the tonality of the print, the detail in the feathers is superb, the posture of the animal. I think maybe for me it was the composition. It was just, I think the little bird's sort of centred, but I just had a sense that I'd like to see a little bit off the right-hand side of the frame. But all of the things that Andrew has said about the detail in the snow and the, I guess, the aesthetic of it, the beautiful tones, I'm hearing all that.
Thank you very much. David, would you like to add something to this? David's on 87.
I'll try not to swallow the mic. It's at the level of photo that I'm looking for things to stop it being a gold. And the only thing I was struggling with, I think, is, and I know it's really hard, is the black detail on the head. It's very easy for these to drop away into black, and I can just see a hint of texture on the head of the parent. If it didn't have that, I'd be pushing it further down if there was a little bit more, and I know from experience it's really hard to get more, so that's the bit I'm struggling with. That was the only thing I could find that I would try to improve on this photo. Everything else I loved.
Thank you. So this is being considered for gold. I'm going to let this run a bit more. Tony, you'd like to offer something here?
Yeah, look, the main reason I sat in a solid silver and not high initially is to do with the cropping. I agree with Vicky. I think it's actually too much, slightly up and to the left for me. It's a bit tight, and if we had a little bit less off the bottom right or a bit more above and to the left, I feel like it would sit better in the frame. I really enjoyed Andrew's projection of or expression of the cold to warmth. I love that, and I find that ties into the gesture of the parent over the child. So that, for me, is going to lift me straight up into silver distinction, just the way you explain that, Andrew, so thank you for that. And then the other thing that fascinates me is the detail in the nape of the neck at the back. That's incredible detail. Certainly the quality in terms of capture and print, post-production, etc., as limited as that can be in this category, has been done to the highest standard. Just the detail in the top of the neck. So I suppose for me to go to gold, what I'm looking for is that that X factor that takes it into an, given these situations as difficult as they are, where do I award the imagination or the innovation? This is the highest standard of nature photography. However, I'm just looking for something that kind of pushes me into that, wow, that's extraordinary, and what have they extra have they brought? So that's where I'm sitting. I'm certainly going up. It's just not sure how far yet.
Thank you very much, Tony. Andrew, you have the right of reply to summarise things.
Yeah, cool. Thanks for that. I guess the environment suggests there's a spaciousness there that we should consider with the image, and I guess if we make it too tight, then we might lose a little bit of that majesty of being out in the middle of absolutely nowhere. Just the quality of light alone is sublime. I mean, it's just wow, you know. But the thing that really gets me about this picture that we touched on earlier is that relationship between the parent and the little bird has just been captured beautifully. There is so much emotion in that image. How on earth, you can't pose that, right? We're talking about live wild animals doing their thing, and I dare say the photographer has waited and got the Cartier-Bresson decisive moment here of penguinness. So, you know,
good.
It's a gold for me.
Thank you for a very thorough discussion. Andrew is on 93 and cannot change, but all the other judges, please rescore. The image now is agonizingly close to a gold. It has scored an 89 as silver with distinction. Congratulations to the photographer. And this is an excellent